specifically women's players. We all have console players. I came from console, so I'm a huge advocate for more console players to join the scene, and from what I did from switching to being one of the few teams to dominate the scene, if I can do it, you guys can too. So.
TSM on the precipice, surely they're going to take the win, unless it's a massive moment from this last player. I don't even know who they are. It's crazy, but TSM finds their own business and come through such a tight end game as victorious.
Wait, moving forward. One. To the left. One. I got one. I'm swinging.
Nice. I'm behind you.
Oh my god. They're weak. So weak. Nice. Clean up. No.
Oh, we won!
They're resing here.
I'm gonna go down there if we can.
We have to push this. I'm pushing this. One left.
They're like.
Dead.
Nice, you're good.
No, he's not off. You win it, baby. I'm dead.
Come on.
You win it.
Apple two. Dead. Oh my god, on the go. Oh my god.
Watch it. Watching turret.
Bing is cracked. Get aggressive.
100 on cat.
Bing one.
I killed one. One more. Last one. That's last one. Nice.
Getting a smoke.
Swing out. I killed one.
Of all of that, and Destiny's last one up. Again, RE45 in hand. This weapon can work miracles, but can it pull it off? Yes! The near go down as Desu gets the shield swap, and Flawless are still in this.
Use me. Almost flash. I don't have any more light ammo. Got her. Go one. Let's go. Go, baby. Right here.
Come on.
Right here. Got push. Oh my god, let's go.
Hello? Dead! Lost! Dead! GG's. Oh my god, how are you so good? How?
Wait, you what?
How are you so good?
What?
Moments, even in just streams here and there, that make me feel like there's nothing like Apex's gameplay experience. What are the moments for you guys that stand out? Even just recently, those freaking grenades that you threw.
Last one's right here, Horizon. Jeez. You have angles? Yeah.
I was the first person on PC to get the 100,000 kills.
Wow.
And that was before private lobbies or anything like that. So I just told everyone in my chat, I'm like, all right, Q. And then I only needed one more kill. I made sure I only needed one kill. We all landed in,
Refinery was that? Yeah, I remember that.
We all landed in Refinery. Everyone got in a circle, and we put Watson traps to make a boxing fight.
No way.
And it ended up 1v1ing, I think, my wife.
What?
For the 100,000 kills.
That's so cool. That's so wild.
All right, I'm gonna tell you about a time when I knew I was that girl. Okay, so I was on World's Edge. Okay, City Girls Up, of course. I was playing Loba, and you know, a hot drop in the city is like something else. You know, it's like the jungle.
Yes.
You're fighting for a gun. You get a P20. You're like, what do I do? So, you know, someone's got a PK. He's coming at my back. I flip around. Bop, bop, bop. I'm her. His boy comes around the corner. PK, 2. You know, we battle it out. It's a 1v1. We're crouching, we're jumping, we're sliding, all kinds of stuff. But I finished full squad wipe, 1v3. I was like, dang, I really did that. Like, you know, I had to just give myself a pat on the back after that one.
Like a week ago, I had a game where Kasha and I were duo queuing, and we got a level 7. He's like, yeah, I haven't played this game in years. Like, I'm just trying to hop in and see like what the game's about, right?
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, like, you know, we'll help you. And so we're helping him like play the game, everything, and he's asking us like, is this gun good? Is this gun good? Like, what's the best gun right now? And we're like, oh, pick up the Mozambiques.
Right.
And so we get into a fight. He 1v3s and goes, dang, these things are busted.
It was like a 2v3.
It was like a 30-30 repeater you had or something.
Yeah,
Too,
and
right?
it was on Storm Point, right?
Yes, I remember that.
With the 2X.
Yeah.
And everyone thought it was controller because I hit all my shots from the horizon going up.
Wait, I should know that perfectly.
Yeah, I actually had the flu.
That's what it was as well.
There's a basketball player that had like a flu game.
Jordan.
Yeah. Game right there.
So funny.
Next.
Casey, what about you?
I was on the front page of Twitch for, I believe it was for AAPI month, Asian American and Pacific Islander month, and that was my first time holding thousands of viewers.
Wow.
And I remember like all odds were against us. It was down to like the last few games, I believe. I just needed like one good game and I like was there, you know, to hit Masters. And the last game, we kept throwing respawn beacons down as like cover, and it was down to like the last 3 squads. And we kept knocking and finishing the opposing team,
Oh my God.
like right across from us. But they also had a crypto, so they kept respawning their teammates with the beacons that we kept putting down. Yeah, and like they were close enough to them to where they could just drop right onto their stuff and reset again. DIY 3 strikes. we were able to like farm, you know, KP off of them, but like at what cost, you know?
Is that ethical?
We ended up winning the game. I ended up hitting Masters in that. I was in the front page being the representation I've always wanted to see, and it was just one of those moments where it just, you know, core memory for me.
Yeah. What about you, Candy?
Dude, I do some really degenerate stuff, man. Like back in the early days, you could fool players because everyone was new. You could trick people to doing certain things or to not notice you. I literally just stood on top of a care package, like in the beam of light, and just stood there with a hollow spray in front of me. And a team like walked up and like looted the box. I had no idea I was there. I was like, this can't be real.
This can't be happening.
So I did it a couple times. It consistently worked. And like, they didn't see me. It just, I couldn't believe it.
It worked!
Not even enough to rub together. Unbelievable.
I think all of you in different ways have had senses of, I'm going to be unabashedly me and do what I feel is best. And I don't know, where do you think that comes from?
I think for me, it's more of like a be yourself, and then if something happens through that, you'll be okay no matter what. 'Cause as a content creator, you're always gonna compare yourself and you're always gonna look at numbers and then be like, that guy's doing better than me, I need to do better. But once you grow out of that and you can really start to sit back and realize it doesn't really matter how good that person's doing, I'm still doing good too, you really can start to blossom and like feel how blessed you are like in the life that you have. Like that's for me like the main thing.
Can they do it? Phase! Let's go! Let's go!
Apex has really become a huge part of my life. I mean, you know, it's not gonna be happy-go-lucky always. You know, there's gonna be some frustrating times, but I don't know, for me, even like when I'm angry and raging at the game, it makes my community laugh. So I'm like, as long as you guys are enjoying it, like I'll keep going. Yeah.
I'm coming.
If there was a mission statement for kind of what you want in your community, like what you try to do out there in the world with Apex and in your streams and your content, what is it?
More inclusivity, I think, being nice, no matter if someone's a really good player. And staying good to people, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, whether we're rank 1 or rank 9.
Oh, damn! Was this about being nice?
Rank bronze 5.
Rank 1 or rank none?
That's insane, dude.
What's next? What's next for you? What's next for Apex in your mind? As we've looked in the past 5 years of where we've been, what do you see in the next 5 years for yourself and where we're going?
I think just representation, you know, putting on for the minority girls out here, continuing to collaborate, continue to grow, you know, Apex on top.
That's right.
I still enjoy playing it every day. Whatever updates come out, new characters, new guns and all that, new maps. I tried playing other games and the movement, it's just like gunplay and all that. They got it perfect. They got it perfect. That's why I don't want them to ever change. No gunplay, no movement. And everything else is just added on top. It's not just the game, it's the world building they've done, the stories they're telling, the I'm going to continue trying to sort of push the boundaries with, let's call it like alternative gameplay, you know, just doing goofy things and trying different experiments.
There's still so much to do. I know we're how many years in, 5 years into Apex, but I still think there's a lot more coming.
It's been 5 years. We're excited for the next 5.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely,
yeah, let's, you know, hopefully in, 5 years we sit down again and we have a lot more stories to tell.
So, yeah.
Hello Apex friends, fans and family the world around. We're about to announce the next portion of the day here at the ALGS Championships for Day 3. But before that, I want to get the crowd involved. Let's talk to the people here in the Dome. 皆様、札幌の皆様、いかがでしょうか？いや、まだまだ、もう一回行きましょう。札幌の皆様、いかがでしょうか？本日のこれからはショーマッチが行われます。24人の日本と世界からの特別なゲストの方々が参加してくださっています。とてもいたします。ですね、進撃の巨人、もしかしたら皆様聞いたことがありますよね。リードボーカルのマー様とギターの翔平がいらっしゃってまして、大きな拍手お願いします。そしてゲーミングチームムラッシュゲーミングの持ち主でございまして、 YouTube やニコニコ動画で大人気純一加藤様、大きな拍手で、ファッションモデルでエンターテイナーとアナウンスをしてくださいまして、 YouTube で50万以上のサブスクライバーは持っていらっしゃってます。飛鳥吉島様でございます。大きな拍手お願いします。はい、そしては英語に訳します。お願いします。
We've watched the pros, but now the real competition starts. We are here for the Creator Showdown. Now the skills may be a little made of. We have the broadcast talent, we have creators, and we have many wonderful people from the audience playing as well. What do you think, Ryan?
It's going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get this one underway. But let's find out from the crowd one more time. ショーマッチが始まりますので、ご覧になりたい方、大きな拍手をお願いします。And that is that. I think with that we can.
Let's get this thing started.
Thanks so much, Lace and Ryan, for getting us kicked off here at the Sapporo Showdown. Now, everybody at home, if you're wondering exactly what's going on, we're switching things up a little bit here at Champs, okay? It was serious this morning, and we're switching to a little bit more fun. As you guys heard, we've got so many people behind us on the stage getting ready to get into completely different game modes, and we're going to see how they hold their own. So if you're wondering what those game modes are, let's break that down just a little bit. It's going to be nothing like you've seen on a Champs stage before. We're going to be starting things off with 2 modes. First, Launch Royale, okay? You're going to be a solo in this one. You're going to be getting 3 points per kill. You can get up to 121 points per match. Then we're going to switch it up. You're not solo anymore, switching it to TDM. Now it's 12v12 teams of our players up there on the stage. You only get 1 point per kill. Obviously, placement doesn't matter. It's just a slaughter fest up to 149 points. So like I said, this is not your stereotypical Apex Legends. And of course, I've got Dia and Jayhawk up here with me. We're going to be casting all of the action as it goes down. Dia, are you excited for this?
I am. I'm really excited to swap some maps around as well. Launch Royale is really exciting to me because it takes me back to when I started playing Apex, and of course Big TDM is just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess for all of us, for everyone on stage. We're going to be starting off Launch Royale on Kings Canyon, so an oldie and a goodie, Jayhawk.
Absolutely, and if anyone remembers the old Kings Canyon, we have Skulltown, my favorite.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to see all these teams there. I'm also very excited to see them back on World's Edge. But I will say, these TDMs, I'm a little worried about the team that has to go against.
It's definitely Gaskin, Onset, and Vicky. They're going to have to be going up against Graceful, so we'll have to see how they can hold her. And you were talking about Skulltown. You get a full TDM in Skulltown.
I really hope there's some contests, because if you guys know there's anything about me, I love contesting. And I know there's solos, but I want blood early in the game. I don't care if we're solo. I want people to have the gall, the chutzpah, to go to Skulltown and duel it out.
This is the moment for it.
I think they will. Honestly, if there's one thing in the show match that you don't need to worry about, it's people who want to find some clips.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure that our co-casters have been waiting a very long time for this, but before we get into the action, we want to check in with some of our amazing creators that we have here as well, and I believe we have Ryan standing by with an interview.
飛鳥木島さんと一緒に今いまして、この場にいられてどういう気持ちを持ちますか？
そうですね、初めての日本開催の ALGS ということで、そこにエキシビジョンマッチのゲストとして出られることができて、本当に
ちょっとドキドキとか緊張感はいかがでしょうか？
そうですね、この会場に着いてから思ったより会場がすごく大きくって、その会場の広さに今圧倒されてちょっとドキドキしてるんですけど、楽しみながら頑張りたいと思います。はい。
で最後にゲームを人生の中でゲームを見つけてから自分の人生はどう変わったんですか？
そうですね、仲間がすごくたくさん増えました。大人になってから友達を作るって私の中ではちょっと難しいことなんですけど、ゲームを通していろいろな仲間ができて、この ALGS も私たちの友達がたくさん見てくれてるので、はい、頑張りたいと思います。はい、
試合をぜひ頑張ってください。So that's Asuka Kajima, a model, entertainer, YouTuber. She does it all. And of course, gaming has changed her life, allowed her to influence her social circles, meet some amazing friends that are in her life. And now it is something that is just going to be a part of her memories forever. Thank you guys for tuning in. And now it's over to Lace. Who have you got for us?
Yes, I am here behind the casting desk or behind the screen, right? Are you more nervous behind this booth or behind the casting desk?
Oh,
nervous in neither. I have waited my entire life to be here in this moment to compete on a LAN stage, so I'm ice cold. I'm ready for this.
He's locked in, ready to go. Now, we're obviously here in the Creator Showdown. What are you trying to achieve today?
You know, 2 things I would say. Simple one, have fun. You know, and then the second is simple, do better than dunk. That's the only 2 things I'm here to achieve today.
You know what, I'm gonna have to back that up. Just having fun and do better than dunk. But Jumba, I wish you the best of luck in this. I know you got all your settings ready, but let's get this thing rolling. Sit down, have fun, and back to you guys at the caster desk.
All right, looks like Jumba was looking pretty confident. I didn't exactly catch what he was saying, but I know he's somebody that you want to talk about. We've got Jumba, Dunk, and Graceful all in one booth over there on the stage. Caster bias? Good or bad caster bias here?
Jumba competed in BLGS, and I coached his team for the final weekend because they needed the help, okay? And so I think he's going to be so lost in this lobby. He has no clue where he's going. I kept telling him to take rank console, and they just refused to do it. So we'll see what happens. I think he's going to be out in Storm, wandering, you know, and potentially fall.
He warned me about you, by the way.
He did. He warned me as well.
He said that you were going to talk some smack. So.
Well, I can pull up the VODs of this moment. They literally said, "Sorry, Jay, we're not going to take the rank console." Walked out of the POI, it ended on and died. So I am not holding any bars.
So we're going to have to be keeping our eyes on this. See if he's living up to your expectations or not.
Yeah.
Surpassing them, perhaps. Yeah. We'll see.
They're very low, so
we'll see. The bar is just step overable. Well, listen, we've got an entire showdown to go. Before we get into the showdown, though, we've got a little bit of a sneak peek for all of you at home. So let's see exactly what Season 24 has in store.
My barber got me looking. Getting faded on that top grade. You ain't walking out alive. You're where we are. They ask me how you be like this. How you be like this? Yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. Only thing I'm breaking is a burn. Yeah, baby, go bring out the goodies. Stuck it inside the hoodie. Now we turn it up to boogie. It's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting up the car. Guess some things don't leave me fully. They try and push me, then they try and pull me. Better when I budge. If you got it, then just come and push it. What you think this is? We ain't worried about it. Why she skirt the way they ask me how you be like this? What you think this is? We ain't worried about it. Why she skirt the way they ask me how you be like this?
My first look at that trailer as well, and that was so freaking cool, Dia.
Yeah, very exciting. Very nice storytelling. I liked the way that we followed Akin, and I really liked the song we were both all talking about at the start. That actually really grabbed my attention. So I mean, I'm very excited to see what the next season brings. And Fuse was hot.
A little bit of Alter love in there as well.
Yeah, Alter was looking really good. I don't know if you've seen the recent Alter. My boy Walter Fitzroy.
So hopefully you guys are as excited for Season 24 as we are, as we prepare for our Sapporo Showdown. Another quick shout as well. You guys heard Rain talking about it during that Elimination Round 1 bracket. We do have Sim competing in our Showdown as well, and Vicky is in the booth with them right now. I feel like she's got to be losing her mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She changed her shirt. She's wearing a fan shirt because she loves them so much. I do too. I'm kind of jealous, honestly.
Well, if you're looking just right down there, you just pop on over to her booth. You can go say hi.
Might have to.
Let the record show we all did look.
You couldn't see it, but everyone's trying to figure out where exactly that is all happening. So we get a chance to take a look at all of our amazing Japanese creators. Everybody getting set up right now for this showdown. Could they really, though, have prepared for the modes that we're about to throw them into?
I think the best way that you could have prepared is to qualify, which is a weird thing to say because most people didn't qualify. Most people were just invited by playing through some rounds in the fan stage. So I think that those people who managed to show up to the event and then play some 1v1s in order to make it here are probably also the ones that have the best shot because they've played the most Apex in the last couple of days. We've all been sitting here watching a lot of Apex, and that's very cool, but I don't think it's about to win you any TDMs.
Absolutely, they're warm, and I'm very excited to see the demons that Japan has to offer going against some of our peers. I'm just looking forward to seeing all these people that we talk to behind the scenes just, oh, I've hit Masters, I've hit Diamond, I've hit Pred. Onset flexes a Pred badge. Does he actually have what it takes when he gets into that arena?
I would like to go on the record as stating that Gaskin also did want me to let everybody know that when it comes to the legacy side of things, he did hit Pred in Season 2 and feels like that's relevant specifically for this showdown.
It actually kind of is relevant.
So you wanted me to say it.
It's weird that the time that you peaked all the way back then, now people call you washed. Gaskin might perform. I don't know. What if he still has it?
He's been waiting his whole life for this moment.
Also, do we know if Onset is in MNK jail?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think he might be.
He's sitting pretty far back. He might have a roller in his hand.
He just had a controller in his hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wave at him and see.
I'm gonna go look.
He's locked in.
I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You go look. We'll be
go.
here. You go do that. Check in on Onset. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because it matters. If Vicky was talking about not having her specific roller for this, and then she had already started saying, you know, if it doesn't go well, it's because
But we have the Battle Beavers.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I think she was just trying to come up with an in-case situation, but they've got a pretty stacked squad for TDM, but like you were saying, you've got Graceful on the other side of things. A little dangerous.
Yeah, I do want to report back. Onset is using a controller. I had a little look of disappointment. I am a controller player myself, but I gave him a look of disappointment, and he seemed confused. But I hope he got the message.
Well, as long as we know that he's set up for success here in the showdown. Solos goes, though, there could very much be one of our creators, or like you're saying, the people that played it and that could just absolutely take everybody down.
Yeah, I mean, there are also some folks up here that have experience across now multiple creator showdowns that we've run over the last couple of lands. So there's a chance that gives you a bit of a competitive edge as well. I mean,
Zoom in! The zoom!
I gotta say it. What a beautiful man. Honestly. What a beautiful man.
Yes, yes. Fantastic looking glasses there.
The
on
dead
Gaskin.
eyes into the camera really got me.
He was prepared, Dia. It was his moment. He was going to take it.
I do want to go back to something you just talked about, though, Dia, saying that, you know, some of these people have experience playing in previous lands, and there's a man that I have my eyes on, and that is Mr. Dunk.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
He did play
you're
at
right.
the Split 2 playoffs in Germany, but unfortunately for him, the highlight of his time there was getting absolutely dunked on, pun intended, by Fade. I just think that's relevant to bring up.
I think so.
I am wondering now that we're... If we do, somebody play it, please, because that'd be fantastic. But I am interested to see, you know, that was a movement demon, a really good player who absolutely just slapped him. I'm wondering, does Japan have many movement demons who are also going to do the same? Or can he overcome those demons and his past failures and maybe, you know, slap somebody else and get his own Twitter?
Did Germany send him into a massive training arc?
Yes.
He just spiraled after, had to get as good as possible
Doug's
to prepare for the next showdown.
This entire time.
He hasn't been making content behind the scenes. He's been grinding Apex Legends for this.
Respect, honestly. Okay? He might win one of the prizes. Because there are prizes at the end of this. There's merch prizes at the end of this.
Really?
Now you're regretting casting. You want to go play, right?
Yeah, no.
I volunteered to play, and they put me up here. I do think it's because everybody was a little scared of
Too
me
dangerous.
out there. Yeah, but
obviously.
you know, well, I don't know.
That's what you get for being a threat, you know? That's your own fault.
Do we
really.
get merch prizes?
No.
Okay. Well.
Because you have to win. You only get a prize if you win, obviously.
I think that this is our prize.
This is not a great prize.
I'm not.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not buying or selling.
So
I'm not buying or selling. I'm just saying.
I've seen
I think this
the
is
hoodies.
it.
I would take the hoodie.
Yeah, the hoodies are sick. The hoodies are sick.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for our lobby to get set up and all of our creators to get in, we've been talking about them a lot, so let's go check in with the duo, Onset and Gaskin, and see how they're feeling about today.
I have the dynamic duo with me here. You generally see them yapping behind the desk. Do they have what, or are they just all talk? Now, out of both of you, Onset and Gaskin, who do you think's going to win?
Me. I have to back myself, right? You have to back yourself. You have to.
I mean, you have to back up yourself there, and I don't think you're going to take that attitude, are you?
I'm always Mark's duo. I'm his support, so I think he's also going to win. I'm not going to help him, but I just know he's an aggressive player, and he usually needs me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, make sure you cheer them on because we're going to get this thing started.
Listen, was it just me, or did Dan look taller there next to Mark?
He did look a little bit taller.
Taller than Mark?
No.
No, next, like in that situation, I
They
think Mark looked a little
similar
shorter,
height.
honestly.
I am wondering if maybe they gave him the box. not to break the fourth wall here, but we do have a box for certain people of certain heights to stand on.
Luckily, I don't need it today.
Yeah, luckily you don't.
Okay, no. Also, though, from that interview, I feel like Gaskin was already playing mind games. You heard Mark say it.
He was.
Trying to say that Mark's definitely going to win, obviously.
Yeah, he's obviously going to win, but then he threw in at the end there, I'm always his support. He needs me.
He wasn't lying.
Yeah, but that feels like a dig.
Yeah,
That's like saying you're going to push and die.
And I bet at this point, Onset's probably in his head. He's like, do I need him?
Exactly, that was the point.
Like, is he trying to help me? Yeah. It's all started before the game started. So everybody's starting to land right now. To look at the game in here in good old
And everyone area that they're playing on significantly smaller portion. I'm straight on board with
Graceful is the champion.
That's fair.
Right next to Siki, who's outside, so Skulltown already a happening place.
We also have a potential contest over the Caustic Bunker. I think they split up, but at first they were all right next to each other.
I do notice that Graceful and Onset are very close to each other on that northern side of the available circle right now, so that could potentially end up being a fight.
Meanwhile, we've got Vicky, Gaskin, and a few others all out in Bunker Town, the no-name POI just outside of the tunnel.
She hears him.
Oh my god. Literally the highlight behind the door as well, and Graceful found Onset.
And he has an R9. The OG R9, the gun to be using. With a digi-threat.
He's not.
I forgot about it.
This is all going to be Gaskin's fault here if Onset does go down.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
god. How many nades do you have?
Where did he find these?
How many nades do you have? Oh my, wait, but on the other side, is that purple shields?
Oh, he did get purple. Reminder,
that's actually big. Wait, never mind. Graceful's 75 HP. Graceful peaks. Graceful needs one more shot. Onset takes it down.
What?
Mark!
He's cheesing so hard. He killed the pro.
Look at his health. Gets away with barely any HP.
Oh, here comes the third party.
Takes out Graceful. At least one or two creators in this area as well.
Vicky's already got a kill, too.
Wait, who did she take out?
I missed that.
Did Gaskin die? I don't even see him on the map. I think Gaskin might have died. And Vicky dies.
Very nicely done.
We're starting off early and often, and I'm loving this. I asked for contests, and I mean, I'm kind of getting it.
To be fair, Tangleoya just really absolutely owned that 1v1.
By the way, I do want to take this moment to remind everyone that in OG Apex, you do not have Evos. You do have to loot your armor. So there is a bit of an RNG factor off drop, as we saw with that purple armor from Onset.
Yeah. That purple actually, it might get passed down from player to player. The blue for Dunk is actually going to be a small advantage, but R99 in his hands, that is a great opener. I think you've got this kill. Tangleoya going to go down.
Yeah, and he absolutely clean. Wait, was that some BM that we just saw?
just to start things off, we've got Yurice here near Ma being one of our members of Sim.
Absolutely, but he looks locked in. If you look at the player, that man, majestic when it comes to his musical talents. Can he be majestic with his aim? Some are wondering. He's got a scout. He has a wingman, my personal favorite gun.
Yeah.
From the OG days.
Isolated.
I miss it. Devs, bring it back.
Isolated 1v1. Well, on the low ground, going to be taken down by Ovo with the Prowler. It's a quick kill for a Pathfinder, but you already know that there are a couple people in this area. We mentioned the north end of the map was getting crowded. KH going to take down Hendy in the meanwhile. And Siki with purple armor playing around Gauntlet is going to grapple on forward. Has the high ground, has a health advantage. Manages to connect those last two shots to take out Asuka Kojima.
And also the kill leader now with 3 kills for Siki, so feeling pretty good on that Pathfinder as some shots do come in now that she's drawn her attention.
And unfortunately for her, we do have 3 other players that were attracted by that. One being a Bloodhound, which I don't know if they realized Bloodhound in the early days wasn't great, as we see a lot more Pathfinder and Wraith, but you do have to respect the pick. Maybe it's them sandbagging to try and flex on the lobby.
Now, pretty much nobody where the zone is shifting in Relic.
Yeah, I mean, there's so few players at this point that just going and finding kills, actually not that bad. Jumbo's running around. He's already collected a kill so far, but he's walking into another player.
Oh, and he has a Mastiff. What's happening there? Oh no, Hanjo!
Hanjo was lost. Not much you can do there. This wingman's actually working for Jumba. He's got time to heal as well. A portal for safety, but he's going to end up going for the shield swap on Hanjo's body. Rotate's coming in soon as this circle is going to push he and React Nice together. We've got at this point in the game, jumps into the void for a second. Can Jumba survive? Playing off the low ground, he and React Nice have split up.
I see why he was in BLGS now, okay? He's not doing so bad.
Well, I mean, we'll see. It is only game 1. He got a Mastiff. That feels like a little bit of luck to me. Also had a purple armor before he did swap, so I don't want to speak too soon and start dancing.
That's a rough choke, though. Jumba's right behind React Nice, so that could potentially be a fight here for Jumba.
Yeah.
Not getting beamed. He's barely getting hit.
Yeah, that was...
This is huge. Wraith hitbox for the win, and he gets a purple armor out of the sky.
What?
That's reportable, actually.
That's streamer loot is what that is.
That's reportable.
Okay. Who did that?
Who rigged this?
Yeah, someone did that. He gets away, escapes React Nice, goes for a wider rotate, has only got one other player in his vicinity who he knows is there.
It's Rapid God right in front of him. Jumbo will get to keep going. We're heading in towards Skulltown. Oh my gosh, Yurice is down.
Which is interesting, because he was the only person in Relic, so I guess he finally met his match. Some tough shots out of Jumba there.
Rapid God's on Bangalore.
Oh, pushing it.
I think that's just Mastiff diff,
That is, I mean, realistically, you're right, but it looked very good.
He did play his angles well. I'll give him some credit, but that Mastiff hits like a truck.
Yeah.
Well, he survives to see another day, moves into the zone, had KH looking his way. Now they separate, and he's got a little bit of cover to get those heals off. So Jumba is looking real pretty. I'm just saying here, Jayhawk.
Again, I think, rigged. Purple armor fell from the sky. How much more do we really need to see before we start questioning what's happening here?
On danger against Siki. Remember, Siki was our kill leader earlier. Maz got yet to collect a kill, but
is holding a nice angle with a grenade in hand as well, so definitely knows how to defend these pipes. Siki playing the other one, so a little bit of high ground outside of Relic.
I do think the slow approach is interesting here. I think you need some confidence. You do get 3 points per kill, and so although you could maybe get a win, if you don't have a lot of kills, you could be falling behind rather quickly. So I do hope to see him get a little more aggressive.
They'll probably be forgetting that as soon as they get into a fight. That's like not something they're probably focusing on.
Jumba, though, getting another interaction on the outer edge with Obo. Actually, no, Obo with KH, the man who slayed Yuri's Jumba with that Mastiff, though, against Siki, who did have a really good loot at the beginning of the game. Purple armor, purple attachments across her 301.
This Mastiff is putting in overtime for Jumba.
Just saved his life there, otherwise she would have pushed.
Yeah, absolutely. Even right now, Siki's playing pretty conservative. I think just knowing that she got the early kills, doesn't want to mess with anything, but Jumba taking high ground is a little awkward, especially with this many Pathfinders in the lobby. You get cracked, things get very interesting and not necessarily in a good way. KH looking down has found Jumba as well.
All of our...
To our final 6.
I gotta say, all of our players finally made their way into safety, too.
I know. There was only
Dude, does somebody go for the drop? Oh!
It's just the Mastiff. I really do want people to think back to the early days of Apex Legends, because that Mastiff can just one-tap anyone. It is one of the, it might be the greatest gun in Apex Legends history. They had to nerf it. It's never been as good since then. But having it is a little bit nostalgic to just see people get destroyed.
Yeah.
I feel like your Mad Jump is doing well.
Yeah, I think you're coping, actually.
I'm salty. I am pretty salty. I'm gonna be honest. That's my boy, but I'm salty.
Oh.
He's trying to see if anybody's going for that drop right there, if anybody wants the care package, but no one's going to touch that right now.
I bet we should go there. I bet it's got a Mastiff.
What if he gets double?
Another one?
Yeah, you should go for it. I'm really wishing, or hoping, I think is a better word, that we get somebody with a Turbo Devo at some point in these matches. We've seen a lot of Wingman. I also miss the heavy ammo Wingman, but Turbo Devo went incredibly hard.
That would be fun. Would be fun. Now we're top 4 here, and we've got Ma and Siki kind of just waiting each other out here in this pipe. They're gonna have to move eventually as soon as this closes in 15 seconds, with Jumba still on height and Obo waiting on the other side of the zone. So
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more Peacekeeper. I wonder if players are just finding it, but if I recall, the Peacekeeper was really dang good back in the day.
Here we go. I like this portal out. You have to get safe somehow. The problem is that Ma's portaling from Siki right into Jumba. This care package is still untouched. Ma seems to have found a little corner of safety for the moment. Gotta look out, make sure your back is clear as Siki's gonna push up on this. Ma 1v1ing Siki. Loses most of the blue shields, doesn't have any ability to escape on Wraith anymore, and despite doing 90 damage, will fall. Siki, slow and methodical in that approach. Both these players respecting each other quite a bit.
I do want to point out that Siki does have the Skull Piercer on the Wingman. That can be an absolute game changer. Big headshot damage if she can land it.
Jumba still looking down on everybody as Siki makes a move in for the care package, does get it, and is not really punished all that much for it either. Jumba slacking up there.
Did get some nades there. I do wonder what it was, because she didn't take them as a gun.
Oh, it's an L-Star.
It's an L-Star, yeah.
Okay, that's big. Jumba drops down. Jumba claims another kill. Obo is down as well. It's the last two, Siki versus Jumba in our final ring. L-Star versus Mastiff. Arcstar not good. It's the Mastiff. It's the Mastiff, and Jumba takes the first win.
Wow, the whole
I feel like it's
real
scripted.
happy.
I feel like it's scripted.
By who? You?
By somebody else. I'm the person who came in trying to talk trash about the kid, and all of a sudden he goes out there, gets a Mastiff, and wins the first game with like 7 kills.
That's crazy. I saw, dude, I swear to God.
I thought she was gonna get a stick.
Dude, I swear she was full health.
Yeah, y'all called it cope. The Mastiff can do 200 with 1 bullet. 200. You can call it cope, but I know how gross that thing is.
I really thought he was about to get stuck too, so.
If he doesn't land that shot, he dies.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So maybe it's a bunch of moves, I don't know.
Dang,
Where was that
Jumba.
BLGS?
Dang, Jumba. Well, you should have given him the Mastiff at BLGS. Okay?
There was no one-tap Mastiff in the game.
Sorry, yeah, I meant the OG Mastiff.
If only BLGS was in Launch Royale, then maybe, just maybe, he could go pro.
To be fair, we saw a lot of good out of a bunch of our players here. Ma alive, all the way to top 3. Siki was dominating for a really large chunk of that. We saw the most epic initial battle between Mark and Graceful.
I just want you to know that Mark's already giving Graceful a hard time in chat. That's already happening.
He said, how much high ground do you want? Were you nervous?
Wow! Wow! Graceful, you can't let that stand.
He said, it's okay if you were. I would be too.
This is going to turn into a reading of the chat transcript for the lobby.
I will say that that is one part of general ALGS, BLGS, any custom Apex lobby that should be public. I understand why it's not, but it's very funny.
Some of our pros like to say some things that maybe should be public. Well, they're entertaining for sure.
They're entertaining.
I'm talking about you, Monsoon. You're one of those individuals.
Maybe they should be anonymized.
Yeah. Well, then we would just know, like, okay, when that message happened, that was probably Monsoon. That's a safe bet.
All right, hold on. While we're getting ready for match number 2, which, by the way, everybody home, don't forget, we're switching to TDM for that second match. While our players are getting ready, we have Ryan standing by with Junichi Kato, one of our co-streamers.
12加藤さんと一緒にいらっしゃってですね、ショーマッチに参加してくださっていかがでしたでしょうか。
そうですね、試合の内容も結構良くていい成績を残したんですけど、やっぱ皆さんとね一緒にプレーできたっていうことが一番嬉しいです。楽しかったです。
So he played the show match and he's actually really excited that he was able to play with his teammates and share the experience together. そしてこの場にいられてもうすごいでかい会場で Apex やることができてどういう気持ちなのでしょうか。
そうですね、普段は家の小さい部屋の中でやらせてもらってるんですけど、こういった光栄なことにこんな大きい球場の中でやらせていただいてすごい楽しいです。
ですよね、本当に有名でしか見れない光景ですよね、ここは。So I asked him what it's like to play in this massive arena, and he said that it's absolutely a very, very unique and special experience in comparison to just playing at home in his tiny rabbit house bedroom. So there we go. で、最後にゲーム見つけて人生がどう変わりましたか。
小さい頃はほとんどゲームとかやってなかったんですけど、Apex を始めて、Apex やその他のゲームを始めて、皆さんにたくさん見ていただいて応援していただけるような人生になったんで、本当に感謝してます。はい。
So I asked him how his life has changed since he found gaming, and he said that, since he started picking up games, and especially Apex, people have come into his life and started supporting his movements, and he's internally grateful to these people that have made his life changed forever. So that's it from me here. Hope you enjoyed that. He had fun, having fun. I know you're having fun too. I'll see you for the next one.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for chatting with one of our co-streamers. We've got so many fun people here, and that's such a good question to ask them, because when is the time that any of us really are ever going to be playing in a location like this? I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It is. I will not be playing today, but after having seen that first match, I understand why. I probably am not going to do that to a whole lobby. And Jumba with 30 points now to start off in the lead. And of 4 games, this is a pretty big lead to have.
Like, dang, Jumba. I mean, that means he was able to get
6 kills.
Yeah, because the 12 points for his placements as well. Good job with the quick math there, Jayhawk. That's what you're here for.
Yep, talk about my quick maths.
Fantastic.
It is a big lead, but at the same time, with those 3 points, if another player can absolutely pop off when it comes to the KP, they could catch up.
Say someone like Ziki, who actually...
Not far behind,
listen, maybe I think I'm looking at the other side here, and we're gonna need maybe Graceful to do a little catch up here.
I am surprised that both Urice and Graceful are down at the bottom. I thought those are probably the best 2 players in this lobby. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I think we saw Urice actually playing a little bit more conservatively than I would have thought Urice would have gone for.
Yeah.
So we'll probably, now that he knows how all this is working, change it up, but also we're going to TDM next, so we'll have to see. But before we get into TDM, I am excited because this is an opportunity for you to have to listen to how this all went down here, Jayhawk, because we have Lace standing by, ready to chat with Jumba. So let's see how that goes.
Yes, I am here with the winner, Jumba. Now, Jumba went in with one mission, and that was to beat Dunk, but somehow has won the thing overall. You've got some fans in the crowd. Anything you want to say to them?
I mean, that's what I do it for. I do it for the fans. But that was electric. That was so much fun. And I do take back a little bit what I said about Dunk. I couldn't have done it without my two booth mates and the emotional support they gave me. But like I said, I was locked in. I was ready for that.
Dunk, you got anything to say now that he's talked a little bit of smack about you and then obviously won?
Nah, I believe in a Jumba supremacy at this point, so I'm just here as support until the day he's crowned victor.
And Graceful, what happened?
Dude, Onset got purple armor and wingman off the rip, dude, and he's on roller. I mean, I'll bring it back in TDM where there's no RNG and it's raw skill. Okay, I'll be back.
I mean, all I'm hearing is washed up. No, great job, Jumba! Congratulations. Obviously, they've got to move into another one. There's still more to go. But guys, sit down, get ready, buckle up. You've got more competition. Back to you, casters at the desk.
All I'm hearing is washed.
That was savage.
That is brutal.
Oh, man. Lace! You had to do it to him.
There's a reason you're on that desk, boy.
You know how many mean things Graceful has said to Lace in the green room?
How many?
0.
Literally
Nothing.
negative.
Completely undeserved. Completely undeserved.
This is why these showdowns are so fun. Okay, everybody gets to loosen up a little bit, have a good time. We'll take a look back at some of the highlights here from that first match. And of course, we're starting with the Graceful Onset fight. Better view here, though, Jayhawk.
Absolutely. Onset was 1 health. That was incredible. This is probably maybe... Oh, no. I thought this was the fight where Vicky got her kill, but it wasn't. There's that replay of Siki getting her first.
I mean, this was pretty ludicrous. I'm glad we get to see that angle as well, because 200 damage in 2 shots with the Mastiff is... Oh, my
What did I tell you?
This is a Mastiff highlight reel.
I want to know how much damage he ended up doing at the end of that.
We're sponsored by Big Mastiff.
with just the Mastiff.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was Elisa.
Okay, wait, okay. I actually want to see the last fight. I swear she's full HP.
Well, do we get it? We get Jumba's POV?
Yeah, just
10 health.
I want to see the number.
So low.
Look at the number.
Oh, is she just oh, the 144 to the head.
144.
If she just didn't peek, he might have died to that nade. I gotta say though, that is a championship level celebration. I am proud of the boy after all my trash talk. I gotta give him some props there. That's what I want to see. A lot of our competitors across this tournament honestly need to be taking notes, because some of these teams have been winning games and they sit there and give a little quiet fist bump. You just won a game in Japan.
I was fascinated by Synetics when FaZe won earlier today. He just sort of like lay back and put his arms out like he was bathing in glory.
I mean, that's also fair too.
Yeah,
I'm
that's pretty good.
Calling out the teams that give almost no celebration as if they didn't win the game.
Oh yeah.
Give me some sort of emotion.
He likes the personality. He wants it. Something fun. That's why we need more dances, is what you're saying.
I will say, I think there's a power if you're in like the long form tournament. I think there's a power in being completely unfazed during group stage and just,
Dio wants
you know what?
stoicism.
Yeah, check the boxes. In finals,
You're still doing
in finals, a lack of reaction is unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, but teams are gonna do it.
And here.
Well, in finals, I do respect it because it's like you're ice cold, you're locked in.
Okay, now this is
we still have games to win, especially if it's like early. But if it's like groups, this is time to have fun, have some energy, get it all out there.
Okay, I like it. I see the perspective. The perspective.
Although in finals, I do want big. Like if you win a big game, I do want you to go crazy, especially if you hit match point.
Games like today.
Yeah,
games like today were nuts.
Yeah. Speaking of today, if you guys somehow happen to miss that elimination bracket round 1, Orglis and Hungry had an insane performance. Go back and check that out. Nabbing that top spot, followed by Luminosity Gaming and GHS Professional. Go check out which of our squads made their way through and stayed alive in the competition. For now, we're trying to see who's going to stay alive in TDM. We're switching up the game modes here. Don't forget 1 point per kill, up to 149 points. And we've broken up all of our players on stage into 2 12v12 teams. We're going to be going straight into Monument first.
Does this list tell me who's on what team?
This is the top here. Top row is one team, bottom row is the other team. So yes, it does. You have all of the information in here as well. And you will notice there that Onset, Gaskin, and Vicky are on a team against Graceful, Dunk, and Jumba.
Also,
and Urice as
well.
Urice.
We're also changing things up quite a bit because this isn't launch. This is the Launch Royale TDM.
Yes.
This is now modern Apex in a TDM, but later we're gonna go back.
Look at this style. Look at these skins too. That some of these people. I'm loving this.
Yeah, we won't see any Wraith unfortunately, as she's not as good as she was in the Launch Royale mode. But we do get to see a little bit more diversity of characters, which I am looking forward to.
I saw. See, we've got Ash.
Yeah, we got Ash.
Maggie.
Alter.
An Alter, yeah.
Mirage, Horizon.
Love it.
Mirage is actually nuts here.
I am surprised we don't have more Horizons considering we're at Monument.
Now this is going to be fun because, like Graceful said, this is just chaos based on skill, okay? It's not about looting, it's just about running and gunning.
I mean, you say that Graceful did die like almost immediately, so.
I was going to let that go. I was going to let that go.
Listen, I wasn't going to bring it up, but then you started talking about Graceful, and I was like, well, you know, if we're going to start talking about it.
I do find it somewhat interesting that everybody immediately gathered to the building known as Streamer Building. All the creators were like, yeah, that's where we like to go.
Yeah. Urice, very comfortable in this building, for sure.
Absolutely, especially on those zip lines.
And Siki already on top as well. Siki terrified in the last game. Wonder what she can do this time. Flatline RE45, and you hang around for long enough, those will level up, and you'll get the real 45s react nice, picking up kills with the Akimbo P2020s, and he's sneaking behind a Bloodhound.
You guys will be able to keep track of the score right on the top of your screen as well to see Blue versus Orange, who has more kills here, or Red.
I am somewhat surprised that Red has taken a very early lead, despite the fact that we were hyping up Urice, Graceful, Jumba, Dunk, all on this team. It's Vicky Gaskin and Onset's team that's going crazy.
I will point out, though, on that team, it's Voxroot, 5 kills already.
Already almost 1,000 damage as well. Voxroot going absolutely nuts.
That Octane movement really helps out.
Rabbit got up there, Yuchi up there, Tangloy up there. I mean, Gaskin up at 3 now, too. They've got a little bit more aggressive top half of their team right now.
And I'm looking at some of these names. These are the people that did qualify. So Dia, to your point earlier that our qualifiers might be some of the heavy hitters, they are showing out in this TDM to start off.
Yeah, really working for them. Really working for them. I don't know how well it'll continue to cook. We've got about 12 minutes left in the match, but something tells me that I do not think we'll be reaching there with the pace of the lobby so far.
Agree. I agree with that. You can just see Voxer, again, we get a little bit of a POV this time, putting in work as the Octane. Honestly, Octane's kind of perfect for this.
Oh my gosh, with the Havoc too. Sorry, that was really rough. That was really rough.
Pain.
Yeah. I mean, I know the feeling. It sucks.
Do you really? Are you not good with the Havoc?
Of loot, I mean, I'm good with the Havoc, but like I've played the game for several years. I've lost a gunfight with the Havoc. It's not.
Jayhawk doesn't lose gunfights.
No, never. I've actually never lost a gunfight. That's why they don't let me in Pro League.
Yeah.
They're a little suspicious.
Makes a lot of sense. That's why you're on the desk.
That's why I just analyze, because obviously I know all the right answers when it comes to the fights.
Yeah, true.
I do find it interesting, though. We do have a good assortment of guns that the players have picked. I thought, usually when I play TDM, it feels like there's one specific class people gravitate towards, but instead we're getting a good variety here.
Rabbit got pushing up to make sure that that care package was not about to be used in any way, shape, or form.
Onside, no! Cooked alive in Streamer Building. That was rough. This spot from Show Hate is actually very nice. Up on top of these of this train station. There we go. Haven't had to use those words in a while. Oh, I almost forgot. I know I forgot it. When I was trying to learn Japanese earlier, I learned the word for train station, and now I can't remember it.
You'll get it back. You'll get it back. You think about it. Let me know when you got it. By the way, everybody, Shohei, another one of our sim members participating here in this showdown. Things have started to even up a little bit here in the points as well. Blue bringing it up to 34, red now on 47, and continuing to get more kills, cutting that deficit.
The blue team making a little bit of a comeback. They were a lot further down, but now they've brought it to within 8. The damage numbers for both teams are looking pretty identical. It's just down to red was able to finish their kills, while blue does need to make up some ground.
Jumba kind of cooking, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
He's doing all right. 3 kills. He's doing all right. Doesn't have a Mastiff, though. On the other team, though, Rabbit God and Voxroot are still carrying. They have 20 kills between the two of them combined.
Well, and to be fair, on the other side, Graceful and Urice are the top 2 on Team Blue.
As expected.
You know, we were asking.
This is the bounce back that Graceful needed after that savage comment from Lace. I hope they do another interview and he can talk some smack. Although he would probably need to win to get that, so.
There's a shot. 48-54 is super close. Voxroot pushing onto the roof is going to get the kill. Nice job. Dunk going to lose control of the roof as well, so now that Voxroot has this. Oh, never mind. Thought we were going to hold on to it, but we're not. We're jumping straight into the fray.
More important to keep moving, keep hunting down those kills here, Dia.
It's true.
Absolutely. If you take control of the building, all that means is that there's nobody else left for you to kill there. So you got to run to the action. You got to make sure the blue team cannot catch up.
Vicky just got 2 kills as well.
Yeah, Vicky picked up a couple there. Helped out the red team once again. Trying to keep them ahead. There's now a 14-point difference between the two teams.
10 points left for red. KH is not going to be doing much from up here. On Ash, that is not the move, unfortunately. Likely going to have to get down soon. But I do appreciate that there's like some territory control going on, but now we're at 6 points. 5 points left for red team. Vicky looking for another one, and she gets it. That's 4 points left for red team.
Vicky doing a great job controlling the low ground inside of this train station. 3. Just kind of patrolling back and forth.
2.
Just had to find
what just happened?
1. And red team takes the first TDM. And look at the top of their leaderboard. Rabbit got 14 kills. Voxroot 13 kills. Gucci 10 kills. Gaskin at 7. They did a great job. Almost 3K damage on those top 2 as well.
Yeah, Rabbit and Bucci, 2 of our qualifiers. So once again, Dia, that point was spot on. I do wonder, were they TDMing to qualify? Because if so,
I don't think so, but like,
well, they found the TDM demons.
Yeah.
Because that's 27 kills we've been doing.
Pretty sure they 1v1 to qualify. I haven't played it yet.
Well, I mean, that works in TDM.
It
so
does.
You got to win your ones.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, very good players.
Vicky and Onset are once again in the in-game chat. Dang, Graceful doesn't want to play with us. Wow, he's already hiding. Crazy. It's payback time.
So much Mac talk. I would expect nothing less from all of our co-casters, honestly.
Yeah. You don't put everybody in a room together for several days, several times a year.
For several years.
Yeah, and expect them not to just have some biting things to say to each other, honestly. Slightly hurtful things to say to each other.
Keeping them all on their toes
Maybe
here.
They should take back.
All right. But now I think that they know who the TDM demons are. They're going to be paying attention to that next time around.
Yes.
Because...
oh my god, next time we're in Skulltown.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's going to be sick.
Yes. Do y'all know how the scoring works in terms of this and the solos? Do we combine points, or what's going on there?
There's 3 different winning categories.
Oh, okay.
So I believe it's most kills.
Across both solos?
I think so.
Okay.
Most assists. And
which most assists would just be the TDMs. Can't get an assist by yourself.
right.
Yeah.
Right. I think. And then maybe most damage? I don't remember. We'll double check. Just kidding. Most headshots. It's literally right in front of me. Good job, Dia.
I got you.
Yeah. Thank you. Highest points, most assists, most headshots.
Highest points is interesting. So I wonder if like just if you win in the TDM, you like get a flat amount of points.
Yeah.
Or if
The
it's
TDM,
like based on
you were getting
how much
1 point per kill in TDM.
you individually get
Yes.
1 point.
Yes.
we know how much they got for the win? Or do they get points?
I don't think they get points for the win. I think it's just kills.
These are their kills.
So like we were saying, Rabbit God and Voxroot at the very top with those 14 and 13 kills. And I mean, impressive showing for that first run of TDM. The fact they were both on the same team really, really helped out the Red Squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do want to say, although Graceful and Yurisa are 4 and 5, I do think they need to step up a little bit for their team as these Japanese qualifiers put on a show.
Absolutely.
I think they got to carry a little bit more of the workload at the top. Oof, I just spotted down on the right side. Jumbo, unfortunately, after that win.
Wow.
15th place
Wow.
in total kills.
That is
Only
rough.
4.
That is rough. You know why? No Mastiff.
No Mastiff. And y'all said it was Kobe.
Well, he's going to get it back as an option now as we head back into Legacy.
True.
So.
Very true. On to World's Edge this time, though. I am very interested to see where the zone goes.
That launch
Yeah.
royale.
It starts significantly smaller.
Yes.
For those of you that were paying attention during the first round.
But with Kings Canyon, of course, we have to go to Relic. I don't know if that was predetermined or if that's just where it went. If that was RNG, bless up.
Yeah, I think technically RNG, but I agree. It's like if you're gonna go there once, you know.
Where would y'all want the zone to go on World's Edge? Can I
World's
interest
Edge.
you in a skyhook, perhaps?
No, you can't. Because I don't want that many buildings.
Think about it.
I wish
Zip
we could like
lines.
revive Old World's Edge and then grab some of those.
Capital City?
Yeah.
I miss Capital City.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. Tree's not bad actually. Tree could be fun.
What if we just go full chaos? Once again, Monument.
Yeah, just.
I wouldn't mind like Countdown.
Why?
Because you get a little bit of cover.
Sure.
Because you said Skyhook.
Yes.
That's a lot of buildings.
Exactly.
And that's similar to what we just got in the TDM.
Yes.
I'm trying to change it up a little bit, where if you still want some inside options, you have it, but you also have a massive open area where everyone could just be running around.
I want guerrilla warfare. I want teams out there, team solos out there. I want them to just be all in their little buildings, navigating between each other, trying to avoid all the rats.
And we
That's
should have
what
got the E District.
Yeah, 100%.
Now that would have been fun.
100%.
Imagine an energy bank it. Right.
That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good, and statistically likely based on the E District
they've
maps
been.
that we've seen. Yeah.
Yes.
Seems like we are very frequently going through to Energy Bank. Just a little ways off for our players to get loaded up into the next lobby.
All right. Well, we've been talking about the Malakai, so while we're waiting for our next Launch Royale match for match number 3, Ryan Hart is hanging out with one of the members of Sim, so we're going to be getting on over there as soon as they are ready. I'm actually excited to chat with them because I want to know what it is like to just be a fan of a game that you love and then end up at that game's event, not only to then play the game on the massive stage, but then perform.
Yeah, I mean, to be a massive part of Apex Legends history.
Literally.
We haven't had an anthem ever for these events.
Like, it's incredible.
Yeah,
So-
I'm very excited about the fact that we finally have one.
I think that this is going to be, and we keep saying it, and it's not a think, it's a no, that it's going to be the best champs, the best ALGS event we have ever had. So excited to get their thoughts on literally everything we were just talking about. And like I said, Ryan is standing by with Ma from Sim.
I'm here with Ma as 2 rounds of the show match have concluded. And I want to ask him a little bit about his history with Apex Legends. Ma様、Apex Legends の経歴をちょっと教えていただけますか？どのぐらいプレイされてますか？
シーズン6からなので、多分4年か5年ぐらいやってます。はい。
So from season 6, he's played for about 4 or 5 years, he said. My second question is, of course, they're going to play Champions tomorrow, the new song, and I want to know how this collaboration came about. 明日歌ってくださる「チャンピオンズ」という曲ですが、どういうふうに作られたのでしょうか？
最初は EA から、シムのある曲を ここで演奏してほしいっていう風なオファーをもらったんですけど、でもだったら新しいものを作ってこのもっと特別な日にしたいっていう風に思って今回「チャンピオンズ」っていう曲を書いて。
かっこいいです。
はい。
かっこいいですね。So originally they were offered to perform an already existing song that they have, but he thought, well, the band together thought that, you know, this is a very special occasion and we want to make it memorable for all the attendants, all the attendees that are going to be in-house. So they literally created a brand new song just to perform here for you guys live in the dome and watching at home. It's absolutely incredible. Really, really nice touch. Are there any nerves though? You know, we know he's good on the stage performing, but what about playing games? I'm going to find out. What can we expect from you on stage today, and is there a planned win for tonight? 最後にステージの演奏でもご経験はもちろんですが、ここで試合マッチはなんかなるとまた違うのではないでしょうか。緊張感はいかがでしょうか。緊張されたりしますか。
でも一緒にやってくれてるビッキーとか他の人たちもすごいフレンドリーにやってくれるので、緊張はしてたけど今リラックスしてできてるし、でも余計この選手たちへのリスペクトが増しますね。この場であんだけのパフォーマンスを毎回やってるんだっていうのは、はい、
勝つための必殺技とかでも何かありますか。
必殺技？もう最悪切断じゃないですか。
受ける。So I asked him about, you know, the nerves, and he did explain to me that initially he was nervous. You know, he was playing in this big, massive arena. Normally, like, you just play at home on a small monitor in a small room, but he's got everyone watching him here. But actually, once he got started, everyone was so friendly and so supportive that it really relaxed him. Now he's warmed up and he's actually ready to take the gold here. Let's see what happens. But for now, it's over and out from me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody is so excited for tomorrow morning. If you guys are wondering when the performance is going to happen, it will be tomorrow morning to kick off day 4 of our Champs event here in Sapporo, Japan. So make sure you're tuning in to see that. It is going to be so exciting. And honestly, I don't know what he's talking about. He didn't even need to be warmed up. Very first game of Launch Royale at the gate, he gets top 3. Ma was killing it.
Yeah. I mean, what was really impressive to me, because you know, I know a lot of people that naturally, being around Apex Legends all the time, that play a lot of Apex, and watching the way that Ma was playing, I was really impressed and happy to see that it was a very, like, you know, conservative play style as well, but he'd clearly been playing since the beginning.
Absolutely, he definitely had knowledge of the ring. I mean, he rotated pretty well, got into the end zone.
Well, one of our other successful creators that is here went up against Jumba at the end in the first Launch Royale match, and we have Lei standing by with Siki.
I have Siki here, who is very close to being at the top. Of course, they will need to take over Jumba on top of the leaderboard. Now, Siki, you're currently second place. You're doing incredibly well. Do you have a plan on how you can beat the first place creator?
所以你现在在第2位，然后你离第1名非常近，所以你有什么计划吗？就是要为拿到第1名。
其实刚刚有点太紧张了，就是其实我没有看还剩多少人数，就是还有多少人剩下，所以我当时想的是先丢投掷物，然后我的手 ，my hands are shaking, sorry， 然后就是下次应该会做得更好。
She was pretty nervous during the game, so even though she got the second place, she don't remember how many people are like surviving from the game right now. So she don't actually remember what strategy she used before because she's too nervous. But I think in the coming games, she's gonna be more focused and then try to improve the situation.
Well, even being nervous, you are doing a very good job. Now, Siki, do you have anything you'd like to say to your fans?
对，尽管你刚刚很紧张，但是大家都觉得你还是做得非常好，所以你有对你的粉丝想说的话吗？
我知道我们今天中国队伍其实表现的不是特别好，只有 VKG 一个人进了我们后面的下一轮，但是我还是想为我们中国玩家还有女性玩家，就是再多表现一下。
So she said even though today most of the Chinese teams couldn't make it to the top. yeah, next round, only the VKG got the chances, but she wants to try to fight here, fight for all other Chinese players, also for female players as well.
Well, you know, I love it when the ladies win. Best of luck for the rest. I believe you have what it takes to win this thing. Casters, back to you guys.
I mean, CK has absolutely represented so far in that first match, so I'm excited to see what they bring now to the next Launch Royale, since that seems to be the game that I was working for.
Yeah, I mean, Siki looked incredible. She got really good loot off drop, so clearly knew where she wanted to go that would have it going over to Gauntlet. So she clearly has great knowledge of the game and was able to put it on full display when it came to fragging out.
It took me a while to get used to Pathfinder. Actually, I wasn't a big Pathfinder player at launch. I was almost exclusively playing immobile folks running around. I did play some Bangalore. I eventually got into Caustic for a long time, but Pathfinder only picked up probably in the last 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Pathfinder was so fun in the beginning.
Super fun. Now I'm only experiencing that through Launch Royale. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you get to.
Yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
You know what? Mark was handling a lot of the Pathfinder stuff for you. That was Mark's bread and butter, so it's fine.
That's true.
You know, not everybody, you have different
Didn't retain it very well, it seems. Wasn't able to escape that third party, that's all.
Jayhawk is ready every single time as we give you guys a little bit of a refresh here on how exactly Launch Royale is going to be working. Okay, we're throwing it back to OG Apex Legends, and don't forget 3 points per kill. That's why we saw everybody being so aggressive last time around, because those kills are really important. You'll get standard ALGS placement points, and then of course every single player for themselves here. Solo dolo, running around, and we did it on Kings Canyon the first time, moving on over to World's Edge as our players are getting ready to get into match number 3. Do we have any predictions now that we've seen both a Launch Royale and a TDM? We saw which of our players were ending up in the top. Jumba takes home match number 1, and then we saw just the absolute domination of Rabbit and Vox. So what do we get here this time around?
I mean, I can't say that I think it'd go to Rabbit and Vox. I do think that TDMing and 1v1ing is a pretty specific skill set that doesn't jive nearly as well with the first couple of years of Apex, where everything was a little bit more random. I think, if anything, that level of skill expression has gotten a lot easier and a lot more consistent with the addition of Evo Shields. And so, since we're going back to Launch Royale, there is going to be a fair amount of randomness here, and I'm expecting that it comes back to being a little bit more swingy, unpredictable of a match.
Well, I hope it is, because I really enjoy the fast-paced, aggressive nature of that Kings Canyon game. I do wonder if our players realize now that the deficit they have to cross to catch up to Jumba, and maybe are a little more aggressive than they previously were in the last game.
Our players are dropping out of the drop ship, and we'll get an opportunity to see where that zone's gonna pull, and I'm just gonna let you all know at home right now while we are starting on with Honoka, who is right by Countdown. Like I was saying, it's not where the zone's gonna go.
No, it's not. It's gonna potentially be pulling a little outside of Monument. It is, you know, what I suggested. We're not quite getting the central part of Monument, but there's enough in that it's close.
Devo? Devo?
That's all you wanted. That's all you wanted.
And I wanted the Peacekeeper, and there we go.
There we go. 301 too. Actually pretty nice. I mean, it may not have that sort of classic feel of the Wingman, but the 301 is in a pretty good place for a very long time.
That was one of the guns that was in the hands of Siki in the first Launch Royale as well.
We do have a contest over at Harvester. Looks like they're both going to back off, though. Just some warning shots. We move over to Obo over at Staging, and he's potentially going to be fighting Onset, who just tipped up.
Well, they're going for it. Nice little 50 damage, and the grapple with the Mozam. Mozam, not the best spot. 45 flesh, and a reload is gonna do it. It's gonna do it. Onset picks up the first kill of the match, but now we've got Tagloya coming in right after that on Staging.
Why is Mark so unkillable for that first kill every single time?
This is both games, though, that he's got a wingman off drop. And that gun is a game changer if you can get it.
Oh, he's getting out. Hendy, however, is not. Asuka Kojima, nice cleanup on that with the 301 at the very end. And Yurice picking up kills with the longbow.
Asuka Kojima, by the way, did get a gold helmet, I believe, from that box. Big smiles on her face as she got her first kill.
Love that, love that. As we check in with Graceful and see exactly what he's got going on by himself up in, well, almost by himself up in Skyhook. Trying to see if he can make a safe little rotate as we check in with our winner of the very first Launch Royale in Jumba. No Mastiff to be seen this time around, Jayhawk.
This is true, but he does have a wingman with the Skull Piercer. Great gun to get off drop. Was getting gate kept. He's going to move down towards Fragment. Unbeknowingly, though, Hanjo is waiting for him.
I'm going to throw out some nades. This is towards Rabbit God, so not somebody I'd want to take a 1v1 with if you played the TDM that literally just took place in this POI. But Dunk has no way of knowing that. He's just going to play conservatively, back off for now. Jumba dipping into the bubble with this Gibraltar.
Jumba has talked to me many times about how he is really good at bubble fights, so let's put it to the test. Doesn't have a shotgun, though.
Doesn't have a bubble either. That is gone. React nice. Gonna go down, and Jumba gonna fall as well. Hanjo giving it to him.
Some are saying Mastiff Crutch. Some being me.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make it through that door for a second, but unfortunately our previous winner does go down, opening up the door. Nice shot by Shohei into the skull of Rabbit God, who was our top killer from our TDM.
I mean, that's just unfortunate. You swing a corner and get one tapped in the face. That's tough.
Now you got your Reese coming up on you. Monument is still the happening place. His onset finally has a little bit of space to heal up, but does have another person jumping up on him. Voxroot, another player to be scared of in the 1v1 as one of our qualified players.
And one of our top fraggers from that TDM, so this is scary, but Onset does have the armor advantage with purple, but Voxroot with the height advantage, good place Thermite. Could fish him out.
Cooking.
Oh, but Tangloya in the back trying to third party if Mark can escape here as Wraith might be able to see if he can. No, it's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
No.
Wait.
No.
Gotta get the armor swap, though, to make sure that Tangaloya can't get the third party. He does get the swap. Good damage, though.
Not going to be a cooldown for this Wraith. So Rabbit will have to just straight up take the 1v1. Skynate doesn't connect. Tangaloya, though, bit lost. Loses track of the Wraith. And the Voxroot's going to get to reset.
1 health, but the movement.
No way.
And got the bat off.
Oh my gosh, and he's got the cooldown back.
But the Pathfinder Q, the R9.
We got trades. Tangaloya is going to go down, and it's a third party that helps out Asuka Kojima. Helping Vox survive as now Vox gets the chance to heal up again. Double Arc Star not going to connect. Asuka Kojima looking behind the truck, but Vox is no longer there.
She does need to play this slow, though. Dunk coming in for a potential third party. She doesn't want to get too aggressive. Both players are going to back off.
Guys, we're on 5th and 6th parties at this point. Everybody just waiting out these fights to see if they can move up and clean the next one. There's just so much chaos. You've got Honoka Nishimura in the side. Dunk with the Mastiff this time. He
you gotta hit those shots, and he does! If Dunk wins this game, I want y'all both to take back the Cope comment.
Okay. Yeah, no. I accept.
Can we agree? Can we agree?
If Dunk...
Fine. We'll play nice.
I'll shake.
Okay, I'm not going to shake on it, but I'll do it still.
Okay, I appreciate that. He does have his work cut out for him.
I think that's only fair.
Otherwise, Jumba Supremacy.
Yeah, otherwise, Jumba Supremacy.
He does have his work cut out for him, though, because he is out on the edge by landslide. There's like 4 players all kind of grouped up over there, and they probably all have to funnel through the same tunnel.
This is going to be a tough spot here for Honoka.
That is like a raid boss.
Trying to fight down below with Dunk pushing up from above.
Oh?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was already low health.
At a loss for words. When that Mastiff hits you, that's what it does. That's what it does.
It's beautiful.
Graceful eliminates Mom.
How does Graceful still have white armor?
That's Launch Royale, baby.
Oh God.
Boy. boy, Dunk is just running through people right now. And that was Boxer who does go down. You can see Dunk laughing. He knows.
He's cheesing. That's what that Mastiff does, though. When you
Vicky.
get that thing, it's so fun.
Vicky's by Dunk now. Look, she's right in front of him. I don't think he saw her.
Vicky's about to get
Vicky's sneaking up on him.
so upset.
Don't do this. Go the other way.
No way. Oh, Vicky didn't push it.
Dunk, though, move from the tunnel.
Fujisawa giving up the train tunnel.
I will say, I do think it's smart. Dunk coming in with that Mastiff. If you did hear those shots, it's good to back away.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Also with that white armor, Dunk coming in with purple, you have to assume they've killed a couple players, they have a Mastiff. They're very kitted up.
Vicky's going to be following this still.
Dunk with some showmanship.
A little taunt. Dunk about to be in a fight immediately after that, too. Oh, okay.
Both players one shot, but Dunk cleans it up.
Oh, this is Vicky's moment.
He does get the armor swing.
It's not Vicky's moment.
What happened?
This is Vicky's moment.
Vicky, what is happening? Urice maybe could do something against Dunk now as he tries to heal up.
We are down to our final three, and it is Graceful, Urice, and Dunk. Urice has a Kraber with his eyes set on Dunk. If he doesn't close the gap, he will maintain the advantage. Because Dunk has the Mastiff, you want to maintain that distance with that Kraber, get a nice juicy headshot, and then finish him off.
If there's one gun that can beat a Mastiff, it's a Kraber. If there's one gun that can beat two Mastiffs, I don't think it exists. Unfortunately, Dunk has two Mastiffs.
No,
so
if there's one
may...
gun that can beat the two Mastiffs, it's Graceful.
Oh, yeah. Graceful with white shields, if I'm not mistaken.
It's about the raw skill.
Yeah.
Okay?
Ooh, Urice knows he's spotted.
Notably, both other players do have blue helmets, so Urice landing a headshot is going to put them both down. There's nothing they can do about it.
Just try and line him up. Collab.
Urice wants this too. He knows exactly where Dunk is. He's just waiting for the right peek.
Scary peek.
Gets it.
Oh, he's running for it. I don't know what that panic Mastiff shot was.
He's going for the no-scope. He's getting stylish, but he doesn't know that Dunk has a Mastiff. He has to queue away.
Now he knows. Can he run? Dunk's not even following. Dunk's focusing on life, focusing on more positive things. Urice gonna miss the first shot, gets a shield swap as well. Now pops up and takes him down. Urice takes down Dunk with the double Mastiffs, and now with Peacekeeper and Kraber in hand, looking around for Graceful, who's coming for the third party. It's the last 1v1. Urice v Graceful, 125 right through the white armor, but Urice gets taken down.
Went for the
Graceful takes him out.
The showmanship. He said, "Washed new."
That's showmanship.
What did I say about Graceful, okay?
That was sick. That was
He's gonna
sick.
come in clutch.
And the biggest win, Jumba Supremacy.
Still that booth,
Yeah.
to be fair. Both Launch Royale wins stay in that booth.
It's true, and I mean, Dunk popped off in that
did.
game, so maybe that booth specifically is just absolutely blessed. Do we know if Alliance or Fnatic or anybody's out there?
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe it rubbed off on them.
Yeah.
By the power of effect. Bless me.
Imagine. that was so fun, actually. Wow.
Graceful said you're gonna land a Kraber shot. I don't care.
125
Don't care.
to
Yeah,
white
don't
armor.
care.
To
Still gonna live
white
and then win.
armor in the year of 2025.
Listen, Urice went for the clip. I respect it, honestly. He went for the
Yeah, I mean, he did. It was cool. It's still sucks to go down.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if he hit it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Oh, that was impressive. That was impressive. And I would like to say, maybe analyst desk buff, caster buff, talent buff for Launch Royale.
Are we
because Jumba and Graceful are the two winners.
We have another follow-up from the in-game chat. Onset just said, "Now come IGL me, Graceful. I'm a big fan." He's changed his tune very quickly.
Well, now Graceful has the opportunity to, right? Or are they? I'm double checking. They're on the same team. Somebody help me.
For what?
No,
No, they're against each other in TDM. Absolutely against each other. No, Mark and Graceful will not be doing an IGL situation with each other, at least, maybe against each other, and that's about it.
All right, well, that's something.
Do you think if Onset wins, he goes back to trash talking? Grace?
Yes, absolutely. Unequivocally.
Yeah.
Flip-flop, flip-flop.
Yeah,
He might do it even if he doesn't win, but he just, like, kills Graceful once.
I mean, if I killed Graceful once, I'd probably talk trash too.
Yeah.
I'm not a pro.
You gotta take it while you have it.
I've never competed on this stage in a non-show match.
Yet.
True. Well, I mean,
Don't count yourself out.
I don't think I'm ever going pro, unfortunately.
It's not because he's not capable, it's because he likes us too much.
No, it's once again, they won't let me. I'm just too good. Never lost a fight.
Yeah.
Nobody has proof.
Okay, all right. Well, while we look for the proof, we're going to check back in with Ryan because he is standing by with Tatsuya Fujisawa.
Oh, ただいま藤沢達也と一緒にいらっしゃってまして、試合はいかがでしたでしょうか。
私は、ゲームが好きでアナウンサーとして普段仕事してるんですけど、こういうプロの方々と一緒に試合できて、結果は何より楽しいです。はい。
So I asked him how the match went, and he explained that, normally he's an announcer by trade, but he's having a great time here, sharing the experience with lots of pro gamers and people that do this for a living, and it's just a very unique experience for him. そして、なんでもともとアナウンサーになろうと思いましたか？
もともとこういうゲームとか漫画とかいわゆるサブカルチャーが好きだったので、アナウンサーとして北海道そして日本の皆さんにこういった楽しみを伝えられたらなと思ってアナウンサーを目指しました。
So I asked him, what is it that inspired him to become an announcer, as a trade, as his profession, as his occupation? And he replied that, well, he's always been passionate about gaming and subcultures, and he wanted to do something that would allow him to share that experience with others all around the world, especially in Hokkaido. これからの試合を勝つ作戦とかでもありますか？
さっきは緊張してしまってあまり前に出られなかったので、もう負けることは意識せず、次最後なんでとにかく前に出ます。はい。
So I asked him if he has any, motivation or any tactics that he's going to use to try and get the win in that final game. And he said that, well, he was very, very nervous up to now. And now he's realized that since it's the last game, he has to go forward. He has to march forward and attack and try and get the victory. Let's see if he can get that done as the next match progresses. We'll see you later.
Okay, well, Tatsuya Fujisawa absolutely sounds and looks like a caster. I'm not surprised, right? That's what we're getting up there, but then skill with it.
Yeah. And love of the game, which is the most important in the...
Absolutely.
The passion, as Hal would say.
In the, excuse me?
The passion, as Hal would say. Passion. Come on, this is Apex Legends.
It's true.
The ALGS, the CEO, passion. Anyway.
So we're taking a look at our match 3 results. Urice, 27 total points at the top. Not matching Jumba's 30, I will put that out there, but still a strong performance as we've got Dunk. Graceful, even though, now this is what you were talking about in the first time around, Jayhawk, even though Graceful gets the win, he didn't come across as many kills along the way, so he's not at the tippy top in terms of points.
Yeah, Urice was very aggressive on the south side of that map, and that bodes him well because now you see he is in first place overall, aggressive in both games, and that managed to be the difference.
Wow. Pretty close though. Points, Urice, Jumba, Graceful. Dunk only 1 point behind Graceful after that. Siki still up there, 26 points. And then of course our 2 TDM Slayers, Rapid God and Voxer. 2 people we're gonna be looking at for this last TDM now to see if they can jump up the leaderboard.
Yeah, it's gonna be, realistically, this is their TDM, and then we're all living in it.
I am wondering though, Urice, Graceful, do they step up? I mean, they did in that game. Maybe in the second TDM they pop off.
Just took a little bit of time for them to warm up.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll take a look back at some of these highlights from match number 3. And
I believe that was Gaskin going down because he did play Caustic in that game.
Did he?
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him.
I'm assuming nobody else played Caustic, so.
I mean, you never know, but once again, it was some massive supremacy all the way up until that Kraber hit at the end.
Yeah, once again, not Cope. Master's pretty gross, and Dunk proved it. He didn't get the win, though. It was just unfortunate that he ran into a Kraber.
Where did he get the second Mastiff? But at the end, he did have two Mastiffs.
Two Mastiffs?
Yeah, he had two Mastiffs.
I respect the double stiff.
Yeah. That was pretty ludicrous.
And the
then-
showmanship
that was
here
just- that was
out of Graceful. That's the right way to end. All right, it's the right way to end your launch royale. And I don't know.
Flex on him.
You know what this means is
what?
that going in. Oh no, never mind, because we're not going into another one of these.
Now you want
another
to.
one of the
though.
launch royales.
Now you want to.
But if we had gone into another launch royale, he'd be the champion again, which would be very, very funny. Just like he started the day. But now, since it's TDM, so and so.
Either way, he's done a fantastic job, but the person who's currently at the top of our leaderboard is Jerice, which means, we had to have Lace pop on over and check in, see how he's feeling.
And I am standing here with Jerice, who is not brand new to the LAN stage and is currently at the top of the leaderboard with 37 points. Now, Jerice, how about you tell us a little bit about how the event has been for you? Obviously, you're sitting here with the streaming booths. How is ALGS Sapporo?
Yeah, this is my first LAN of being in an Apex official LAN World Championship, and it's the energy is just amazing. And meeting like the friends that I've made with throughout Apex and meeting them in person, and it's just such a cool experience. And I can't wait for like the next few days. And yeah.
Yeah, there's still so much more to happen. Now, let's talk about what Graceful did to you. Now, I did say he was washed. He managed to get you with the finisher. Obviously, you're not going to take that attitude, right?
Yeah, no, to be honest, I kind of had to just give it to him. I had the Kraber, and people like the Kraber. You have to do it. You have to do the last shot with the Kraber, and I just had to do it. And sometimes you don't win everything. So, but yeah, I'm still top of the leaderboard, so to be honest, don't mind.
That's it. You're at the top of the leaderboard. It doesn't matter. Well, Jerice, best of luck for the rest of the thing. You're going to probably stay at the top of that leaderboard. Back to you guys at the casting desk.
Oh, a little bit of a prediction there from Lace, and he's going to stay at the top of the leaderboard. But you had called it, Jayhawk. He was going for the style. He said if you got the Kraber, you got to go for the Kraber last shot. You can't not do it. Didn't go his way, but I respect the effort.
I mean, it's a show match. You got to put on a show. You have a Kraber, you got to go for it. Especially when you land the first shot. They haven't even done any damage to you. Purple armor, I don't blame the confidence.
Yeah, I mean, that is the correct move, even if it doesn't win you the game. And you get the added benefit of still being on the top of the leaderboards.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have that much to worry about, especially because we're heading into another TDM where Jerice is basically specially designed to succeed.
He was one of the top 2 slayers for the blue team last time, but so was Graceful.
True.
So like you said, if they're warmed up now, this could be down to a back and forth between those two trying to fight for
But
top.
just remember, Graceful's not in second.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Graceful's got a ways to go.
Do you think that Jumbo pops off here and maybe reclaims the title?
I wouldn't bet on it, but it's possible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just find that interesting.
Yeah.
That's. You know that Jumbo's gonna be able to go back and watch this entire VOD.
Oh, I know. I'm planning on it. I think he's gonna make a video about it or
upset
something.
with me because he did ask me not to be too mean.
We said Jumbo supremacy already. That's the opposite.
Oh, that's right.
You did say that.
We did.
You did say that.
We did.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Don't worry. He's digging his own hole.
Yeah.
We're just watching on the side.
I mean, he'll be fine. He'll figure it out.
Once again, where was that in BLGS? Needed a Mastiff. By the way, Genome was in the in-game chat, said bring back the OG Mastiff. Don't do that. Devs, don't do that.
That would be rough. That would be rough. I did want to see Care Package All-Star again, though. We didn't get to see much.
Yeah, I agree.
It technically got taken out, but that was a really fun weapon.
The good old days when the L-Star couldn't have a sight on it.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall about it, but it does slap.
Mm-hmm. Took me a while to get used to as well.
What are you giggling about? We're talking
I'm just
about the L-Star.
It's just a reminiscing. Like, I'm loving the reminiscing, I'm envisioning a dev just watching this being like, oh, yes, heard Dia would like this back in the game. Let me fix that up. Maybe we'll create a special mode for Jayhawk so he can have X, Y, and Z for his guns.
Oh, they already did. I love this nostalgic game mode because all the guns I love, the character, like Wraith with Wingman R9, oh, it just brings back.
Yeah.
The way your eyes lit up when you saw a Digi-threat was like a kid at Christmas.
To me, it's mostly about the attachments, like having the heavy back on the Wingman and like being able to, of course, equip all of the heavy attachments as well. It just feels right.
Back when you had 12 shots, you can just spam it. So my .4 aim assist could go crazy. What a time. I miss that guy.
Oh, we're getting back into our big TDM. And for everyone at home, this is the last TDM and the last match of our Sapporo Showdown. So everything is on the line for our creators here. This will determine who our winners are.
We are on Skulltown now, and I see we've already got some adjustments. A good amount of Valk picks in the game because of that height. Very smart to try and take control of the skull itself.
Shohei does get knocked off of the high ground, but Yuchi with Horizon has a lot of access as well. He's going to survive with some nice wall bounces. The rest of the team sticking pretty close together. But I want to know what Voxroot is up to, because if last show match was anything to go by, Voxroot's going to be one of the players to watch.
Oh
my gosh.
Another one. Graceful's farming as well, so's Dunk.
Gaskin in there, Onset in there, getting some kills for the red team. And honestly, it looks like everybody's a lot more warmed up because now the kills are a lot more even this time around.
Yeah.
I do think players are going to be a lot more aggressive in this one, as that class has Bolt, Mastiff. Close quarters fighting in Skulltown is going to be quick work with that class.
Who looks there, Uris? Like, checking above? That is some old school player type game sets. That is very nice pickup. Slide on through underneath the garage door. Asuka Kojima taken to the high ground. Getting climbed on. Everybody up here. It seems like there's a bit of a safe spot at the very top of this for the blue team.
Rabbit does take out Uris, but Graceful refrags him. Unfortunately for Graceful, if he does want to catch up, he actually does have to out-frag his two teammates in Jumba and Uris.
Ooh. Looking for some snipes here with the Sentinel on Shohei.
I mean, if red team wants to have a hope of winning this game, they have to take control at the top of the building, I think. Right now, blue team owns all of that. It's getting them slightly more kills at every turn. They're keeping just ahead in a way that is not going to be helpful if you are a fan of the red team.
The tough part is they do need to make a coordinated push, because if you just keep going up there one by one, we saw earlier, there's like 5 people on that height. You're not going to win that.
Yeah. This could be it. Oh, that's nice.
And I'm assuming that they can't talk to each other right now, so there's, you just kind of have to go off of what everyone's doing in-game, and at almost double the points right now, blue team has found a rhythm, and Uris and Graceful are at the top of their team leaderboard, so exactly what we expected to happen is going down.
Uris still slightly ahead. I'm sure Graceful knows. I'm sure we're keeping track. Rivalry between these two players is Dunk with the Kraber. Not quite connecting, but one of these days, that was a no-reg for real, actually.
Oh, Dunk, come on, man.
No, that one.
Just give me one.
He's got it, he's got it, he's got it.
This is cruel,
just give me one, Dunk.
This is cruel.
Just give me one.
No! God, the humanity.
They were popping a bat. Oh, man.
We're going to see him get a...
Listen, I'm sure everyone's been there,
yeah.
He's thinking about Fade. I think Fade is stuck in the back of his mind.
We're back. The observers know exactly what they're doing.
I can't believe they
2 shots left.
Voxroot's gonna bring it back here with the Mastiff. Behind Uris, taking him out, getting a kill, trying to play a little bit of catch up now, and they have cut the lead down to just 7 kills, 6 kills, much better.
We are going to need that little grouping of 3, Voxroot, Rabbit God, and Yuchi to step up. Those are the 3 that absolutely carried their team last time. They've now made their way up to the top of their team's leaderboard after a little bit of a slow start, and they're almost back in this.
They know exactly
Dunk.
Dunk. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Give us the last 2.
He's dead.
Oh,
Can't
he's
do
gone.
it.
Honestly, I would have done the same.
That's a Kraber montage if I've ever seen one.
It is.
Somebody post that on Twitter, please. Oh my god.
React nice with the bow check, actually. Doing pretty well. Although, in a bit of trouble.
Flame Mirage, though.
Yeah.
Can't pop a heal, go invisible.
That's pretty nice. Actually, might force me to learn how to B-hop.
Every single time red team's managing to cut the lead down, though, blue team just answers back with a few kills to just keep themselves that tiny bit ahead.
They are gaining some ground here, though, and I think the interesting thing is they didn't actually end up challenging for the height. They managed to pull the blue team off of it by just refusing to engage with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad strat.
Boxer, like you were saying, now up to 11 kills for the red squad. Yuchi getting oboe, but then going down themselves.
Yurice and Graceful were off to a really hot start, but they have slowed down a little bit here. I don't quite know how the scoring works when it comes to your own team, but Jumba is actually not that far behind them. Yurice at 8 kills, Graceful at 7, Jumba at 6. If he could close that gap, there's maybe a chance that he could win this thing.
Anjo, really nice attempt onto Voxer, but didn't quite work out. We are nearing endgame territory, though. Just about 12 points left for the blue team to close this one out. And Yurice is still in the lead with 10 kills.
As we are getting closer, this is a very tight-knit game. Red team only 1 kill behind. I am wondering, when we get to those final few kills, do teams start to play a lot more conservative to try and avoid death?
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, we're so close. 5 kills left for the blue team. 5 for the red, 4 for the blue.
The back and forth. This is not what I expected when we first began this final match. 72 for blue, 73.
2 kills left, 1 kill left. Blue team surely has this. We're waiting on that last one. I don't know who's gonna take it. And of course it's Yurice who swoops in and finishes things off for the blue team.
I mean, sure, blue team gets the win there, but Boxroot, 15 kills. Tanglaoya, 12 kills. Rabbit got 10 kills, all on the red side of things. And all those points going to their individual total as well. Even with Yurice and Graceful getting 11 and 10 respectively, this is going to be a pretty close top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I wonder with the 2 TDMs, whether we still have Voxroot, Rabbit God getting some of the most kills. Probably Voxroot, right? You'd have to imagine, especially with how they played in the second launch royale, picking up a few kills there as well. I'd say it's a strong contender for most kills.
Yeah, Voxer, I believe, got 28 in the 2 TDMs combined.
Yeah.
And so with those 3 points you get per kill in the launch royales, I do wonder where they'll finish.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby a showing, to say the least. I'm excited to see where our leaderboard ends up falling when we get all of those numbers tallied up, because I think that Yurice might have just barely been able to at least get the most points.
Definitely got the most points.
The 11 kills at the end, because I don't think anyone was catching up.
The only other people were Jumba and Graceful that were close before that game, and they were on the same team, and Yurice was the top fragger on the team, so I'm assuming that Yurice takes it.
And I don't think Jumba got close to as many kills either.
No.
But that means we still have to check most assists and most headshots. We caught a
Which
few
is
of
the
those.
unknown.
Yeah, we caught a few of those on camera, but we wouldn't know all of them.
Yeah.
So that won't be interesting as well, because I think that they could have been focusing that in the TDM and really going for that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Especially if you're picking something with high fire rate.
Yeah. So we get the match 4 results here. Like we said, Boxer 15 kills, Tanglaoya 12, Yurice 11, Rabbit and Graceful tied at 10. So it was just a destruction there out of our top 5 players.
Yeah, once again, Boxer, one of our qualifiers, went through the gauntlet in the fan zone.
Now we know why.
Made their way onto the main stage, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. Now we know why.
Meanwhile, checking out where everybody else is on here. Jumba getting 7. We're seeing about where he was going to fall there on the leaderboard. He'll still be somewhere at the top for most points, but definitely did not keep up with some of those double digits. Dunk up there.
Not a great showing from our peers. Gaskin with 2, Onset with 4. Vicky
It's been a long day.
It has been. It has been.
I'll start the excuses now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dia was ready with the emotional support right away.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, they're a little sleepy.
And there it is, the overall standings. Yurice does take it. Jumba still in second place. Graceful was not able to catch up despite out-fragging him in that TDM. So Jumba takes second and Graceful in third.
Boxroot made a big jump, though, all the way up into fourth after that second TDM from all those kills. 36 points. So still a very, very strong showing. Vicky on that first page there. Not bad.
Shabby.
We'll take a look back at some of these highlights here, maybe catch a couple kills that we missed along the way of our final TDM match. It was so much closer this second time around.
It was. Blue team really managed to pull things together because the first round, they were falling behind at a pretty steady pace throughout the early game, and well, they managed to get together at the end. This time I felt like, you know, blue teams, they started out strong, and it was red that had to start pulling things back, which was really cool with the way that we saw them interact with high ground.
Yeah, Vox, Rabbit, Yuchi, they started off a little slow, but once they started to pick it up and were fragging like they did in that first TDM, they brought it within one. It was tied at one point.
Yeah.
They were right there, but the clutch genes from Yuris, Graceful, Jumba, and the crew managed to get it done.
You know that they wish that they had hit their stride a little bit earlier in that TDM because of how close it was. But overall, that was insanely fun. I'm hoping everybody that was up on the stage had just as much fun as we did, because the game modes were awesome. You got to see the guns that you missed so much, and we got to see the chaos of a TDM in Skulltown. You wouldn't get that anywhere else than ALGS Champs.
Yeah, and with the amount of people up here, the amount of creators up here, it's been really fantastic to celebrate, not just, you know, the talent that we were very often poking fun at who were playing on stage as well, but a bunch of the Japanese creators who came out and supported not just the event, but brought their talents to the stage as well.
Absolutely, and the fans that made their way through the fan zone. That was really cool, and I think a very special moment to be able to go on that stage.
Yeah, well, we're going to check back in with Ryan because if I'm not mistaken, he's standing by with some more notable players. Let's see who he's got.
Hello everyone and welcome back. 今日の本日のショーマッチが終了となりまして、ちょっと保証と商品があります。そして最初に一番高い得点集めた方、most points を一番集めた人はヨリスさんですね。おめでとうございます。12インチのネシーをもらってとても可愛いですね。それをなんか手に入れてどんな気持ちでしょうか。
やっぱ他のメンツ見てやっぱめっちゃ自信があったんだけど、最初のソロマッチちょっとうまくいけなかったので、それやっぱ本気でやるかなと思ってて、まあなんとか上がったっす。
おめでとうございます。So yeah, he just explained that obviously, you know, going through the matches, he didn't know what was going to happen. It was all to play for. Everyone's good here, but he's very happy he made it through and survived. And he has a very cute Nessie in his hands. And then of course, yes, holding that very nice T-shirt actually. So, 一番大きくアシストした方、手伝いに来てるだけ、most assists が飛鳥木島様でございます。大きな拍手。どうですか、お気持ちはいかがでしょうか。
はい、皆さんのアシストができたなら幸せです。はい、楽しかったです。ありがとうございました。
She was very happy to deliver the most assists throughout the entire match, and she's just really, really excited to be here. And then the third and final award to give you. ですね、一番大きく狙撃兵シャープシューター大きくヘッドショットで撃ち殺しまして、これパーカー、かっこいいネシーのパーカーがあります。Thank you so much。おめでとうございます。カメラに見せてください。So that's it here. These guys have got their prizes. They're very happy. Tomorrow, winners round 1 starts at 11 a.m. Japan time, and we're going to have the absolute honor of watching Ma perform here for all of us. Thank you so much from the Daiwa House Premise Dome. It is goodbye. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Get the most, not the lesser. Your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that part that you can measure. Then we gon' cut them out. My barber got me looking. Getting paid on that top grade. You ain't walking out alive. You know what we on. They ask me how you be like this. How you be like this? Yeah, yes, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. Only thing I'm breaking is her back with a motion. Yeah, baby, go bring out the goodies. Stuffing it inside the hoodie. Now we turning out to boogie. It's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting in the dark. Guess some things don't leave me fully. The time pushed me, then the time put me mad out when I budge. If you got it, then just come my pussy. What you think it is? We ain't worried about it. Why she scared the way they ask me how you get like this? What you think it is? We ain't worried about it. Why she scared the way they ask me how you get like this? How you live 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 like this?
Alienware, the official PC of the Apex Legends Global Series.